Hello everybody, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Bold Brew Gaming. You may notice, down in this little corner, I have a new mic. I'm going to try to show it to you without blowing your eardrums out because it is quite sensitive. I'm hoping that I'm getting the distance right, at least, for the full recording, but it is the HyperX Quadcast S. I had to get it with all the different rainbow lights, figured it would look pretty. There's a program to, customize the lights, and I may get around to downloading that at some point, but for right now I'm just enjoying the colors, man. Yeah, I'm having a good time, and it seems powerful enough. Okay, first of all, it came with a nice stand. All right, the Snowball did not come with a very good stand. This one, however, comes with a stand that is so good, and the mic is good enough to where I don't even think I need a boom arm, right? I mean, this is more or less like just kind of a test run episode to make sure everything's good with the mic itself. That's actually not what it is, but it doubles as that. So if you have any opinions regarding the mic, if it's too loud, if it's too quiet, whatever, however it comes across to you, let me know in the comments below. Also, what's the other half of what this video is for is I'm going to be looking through a few games that caught my eye on Steam. Why Steam? Well, because if you've been following this channel, you know that I am about to get a gaming PC. So we will be playing some games on PC. Now, my friends are still Xbox boys. What does that mean? It means I'm still an Xbox boy. I also don't really think that I would be having a whole lot of fun playing multiplayer competitive games like my friends and I like to play, whether that's like, I don't really like to play Call of Duty, but Apex or Battlefield once it comes out. I don't really know much about PC gaming, but it certainly seems that cheating is a lot easier on PCs than it is on consoles. So I'm gonna just, because of that reason, and none of my friends have PC rigs, I'm gonna stick to the Xbox and consoles for most competitive games and for playing with my boys. But we now have a whole new marketplace open to us, and that is the Steam store. So like I said, I've compiled a few things. Now there are two games that I've picked out. All right, we have A Short Hike and Scene. I have an update available. I would like to not do that right now, thank you very much. But yeah, so we're going to look through the trailers for this game, for these two games. I was going to do more, but I was like, it's going to kind of be the exact same as last week's video. But we're going to look through these two because I think what I would like to do is buy them. They're both pretty cheap. Let's see, we've got, one is normally $8, but it's down to $5. And Scene is only $2. And that was an early access, so we can have access to some unique shit. All right, so without further ado, I just switch back the screens. Let's switch them back again to play A Short Hike. Okay, so this one caught my eye because of the style. I actually, when I added it to the wish list, I didn't realize that it was a pixelated game, unless I'm just getting extremely low res, which might be the case. I don't know, man, that's what's hard about having these games that are stylized in different ways. I can't tell if what I'm seeing is how it's supposed to be or if it's just because it's not loading properly. A Short Hike. Yeah, the reason that I put it, added it to my... Oh, July 30th. Wait, is it not out yet? I don't know. But either way, that seems like an interesting little game. I put that on there. Now that I'm watching that and remembering it, because I did this yesterday, I think the game just gave me good vibes, and it felt like it'd be a fun little game, nice and colorful, nothing too heavy, nothing too intense, just something nice to play. Now, the thing is, I did my best to get a big boy PC. What that means is I know there are a lot of games out there that are like AAA and they really utilize, they pull out all the breaks when it comes to top-notch graphics and this and that and the other. So if you have suggestions, please leave them below and don't be shy when it comes to beefy games, because as much as I do want to play games like this, and I will because they're fun and they make me happy, I would also like to see how beefed up this PC can get. But regardless, back to a short hike. It's hike, climb, and soar through the peaceful mountainside landscapes of Hawk Peak Provincial Park. Follow the marked trails or explore the background country as you make your way to the summit. Along the way, meet other hikers, discover hidden treasures, and take in the world around you. It says we can explore the island any way we like, choose our own path to follow, and see where it leads. You never know what you might stumble onto. So that's cool. It just seems like kind of an open world exploration game with not too much stress. So that's good. We can always use less stress in our lives. So with that one coming out tomorrow, we'll probably stick that one in the queue for something to play for maybe one of our first PC games. It depends. See, this confuses me because this running, it looks pixelated. I don't know if you all can tell, but this one up here looks nice and crisp. So I'm wondering what the style is going to be like. And next up we have Scene, which gave me kind of Inside vibes. Kind of like Inside or Little Nightmares. Jesus Christ, what's this kid so sad for? This is like the dreary opposite of the one that we just watched, but it looks very pretty. It's better to seek light than to rest in darkness. Jesus Christ, okay. Fucking busting it out here. It looks like a very dark game. This one might be a little more stressful. Like I said, it reminds me of something like Inside, the three-dimensional side scrollers that have been coming out that some of the more popular YouTubers have played. I've really enjoyed watching Markiplier play Inside and Little Nightmares. Huh. Scene. Okay. It's neither of those gave us much description as to what's going to be happening in game. Like, there was no narration, so they might both be pretty much silent in terms of dialogue. So I guess we'll see what we can do with them. Either way, they look nice, they look fun to play. So those will definitely be coming up somewhere. And like I said, please don't be shy about posting your own game suggestions, because there's just so many games on Steam, and I can easily see myself spending way too much money just trying to shotgun different titles, because typically, like, most games cost at least a few bucks, and that's spending a few bucks on one game isn't a big deal. But if I'm trying to play a whole bunch of different games, like, I don't want to wind up spending the equivalent of a AAA title, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to buy 30 different $2 games and then they're like, most of them are kind of trash. And so if you have a game, drop it in the comments below. I would greatly appreciate it. And I'm really looking forward to my PC getting here, man, because for a long time all I've heard is like PC. And yeah, like I said, I don't want to play multiplayer games, like competitive multiplayer on it. I'm not sweaty, so I don't want to be over here like sweating all over my keyboard and my mouse trying to like get these milliseconds off in Apex. That's not really my bag. And even if it was, my close friends who I like playing games with don't play PC. But that being said, some other like more loosely competitive games, something like Squad, maybe, I would definitely be down to play. I used to kind of think I'd want to play Escape from Tarkov, but that game seems like one of those games that demands, like, this is the only game you can play. Kind of like Eve. I don't know if y'all have heard that, but people spend like thousands of hours on a game like Eve. And that's great if that's what makes you happy. But I can't do that, man. I can't live a second life in a video game. So those games are kind of off the table. But a game like Squad, when I saw it and from what I could gather from it, seemed like a pretty interesting game in terms of, it was like Battlefield but bigger. Maybe not like quite the production budget, but it seemed like everyone who played it was very happy with the game and very happy with, once they understood how to play it, they seemed very happy with it. So that might be something I get into. That could be something I stream once in a while. I don't know. This whole PC frontier is entirely new to me. I am very much a young boy when it comes to doing anything PC. So I'm going to have to figure out how to, like, obviously it's not hard but do Discord, record Discord chat, all that kind of good stuff. So it'll be fun. I'm excited to get into it, and it's like I said, I'm not trying to like brag or anything, but I was like, I don't want to have to upgrade my PC again in 2 years, so I was like, I'm going beefy where I can. So hopefully that will yield us some exquisite looking games over the next however many years until the PC breaks. Hopefully it doesn't break, but if it does, over the next few years, it'll yield us some exquisite games. Mwah. Especially with some games coming out that are like single player titles. I don't know what exactly, but in the coming years, single player titles that we can play. If I can play it on the PC, get in and really fine tune those graphics, like fucking boom, make it look real nice, that's going to be sweet. But I think I'm about done rambling. I just wanted to show y'all a few games that I have lined up. I'm going to keep looking for games, and once we get that PC in, we can see what we can do, baby. But until then, thank you all very much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate you all coming to hang out with me this Friday. It means the world to me that you're still here. And I know I keep saying this, but again, thank you very much for bearing with me. I know these past few weeks have kind of been offbeat videos, just kind of ideas that I've come up with that aren't on the norm. But I have greatly enjoyed doing them. I know the clay one was a little bit off. The thing is, Hannah's artistic, but I'm not. So anything dealing with art, like, I'm awful with. But I really enjoyed last week, like, just kind of reviewing those game trailers. And this week, just talking. I want to do that more. And I'm going to try my best to do it more. The only thing is that, before we close out, is just the time gets to be like kind of crunched sometimes, even with the 2 uploads a week, like Tuesday and Friday. You'd be surprised at how, and I'm not trying to like say woe is me here, just so we're clear, but you'd be surprised how much time it takes, man. Like, you see some of these YouTubers, they throw up video like PewDiePie. I know this is like all the way at the top, and I know he has an editor, but man, he put out a video a day, bro. God, that's a lot of like ideas. I mean, I'm sure he has his own methods for dealing with that kind of stuff, but man, that is a lot of work. Because I remember before I started YouTube, I'm gonna take these off. I don't need these anymore. Before I started YouTube, I was like, yeah, bro, these people just play video games for a living. And admittedly, some of them do, like, especially if you're sponsored or if you have an editor, that dramatically cuts the workload for you. But even then, man, people seeing a moderately edited video from someone who is, who has their YouTube channel up and going, even just a standard video for them, it's like, man, that you can tell, especially once you've been in it, you're like, that took a lot of work. Even if it's just simple stuff, like, that took a lot of work and a lot of thought went into that. Even for better or worse, but for the most part, it's like, damn. Once you get into it a little bit behind the scenes, you're like, wow, you really start to pick up on things when people are like, even just multiple camera angles and like syncing stuff and all of that. I know it doesn't sound complicated, and to someone who knows what they're doing, it's not. But anyway, the point of me saying that is I would love to do more videos, and I'm going to try to find the time to do them. There are a few things I'm doing personally. I'm hoping to change up my life a little bit. Not anything drastic, just switching some things around, trying to make a little bit more time for me, and subsequently a little bit more time for all of you. So thank you very much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you all so very much for bearing with me. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe. I love seeing the family grow. I love seeing more people come around. And we're entering a new era, baby. We got that PC coming in. So that's very exciting. You don't want to miss that. So hit that subscribe button. And as always, remember to stay happy, stay healthy, eat lots of food, drink lots of water, and I will see you all next Friday. Bye-bye, everybody.